Hey everybody, what's up? You're watching The Sit Down. I'm DJ Sixsmith. Leah Friedman here with us from USTA. Tennis has become ever so popular during COVID-19. Leah, nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm doing great, DJ. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. I mean, not as good as you right now. You're at the tennis court. You're in Orlando. It's a beautiful day. And listen, it's been a weird, wacky year. It's been a hard year, but what's it been like seeing tennis grow, these last 6, 7, 8 months?
Well, DJ, I think you said it perfectly. It's been a weird, wacky year. And as you just said to me earlier, champions adjust. And tennis has been booming. And I'm here now at the USTA National Campus, home of American tennis. And we are so excited because we've seen more tennis players around the country pick up the sport, from youth, adult players, families getting out on their local courts. It's been incredible. And for us, tennis is the most social distance sport. It's safe. You're staying away from your partner, but you're playing it safe. And, we're happy to see that our players are healthy. They're working on their minds, their hearts, and their bodies.
It's really interesting. My wife and I, we have a tennis court here at our complex. We've had our rackets. We didn't play for a long time. We got into it. My brother's been playing. This seems to be a consistent theme. So what's it been like for somebody who lives and breathes tennis every single day? What's it been like seeing, a lot of other people jump into it for the first time in a long time, or maybe even the first time ever?
DJ, I think that's great that you and your wife have gotten out, and we've seen racket sales jump from introductory rackets. And so we know that people are buying rackets as their first time experience. And for me and the entire organization at the USTA, we're happy to welcome new players into the game. We even have USTA guidelines, no matter if you're playing indoor or outdoor. And I know, DJ, you just said it's 45 degrees where you are. Not everybody has sunny and beautiful weather. So through our guidelines, we're keeping you safe from your car to the courts and even when you exit the courts.
So I think one of the other interesting wrinkles this year is what we're able to do right now, talk virtually and also give lessons virtually. You've done a little bit of everything. You've given lessons in driveways. You've done it over Zoom. How are you able to adjust with everything this year?
DJ, I love to say no court, no problem. And through these last few months, we've really adapted the way that we teach tennis and the way that we experience tennis. And so we're giving lessons now from my driveway, even from my living room, and really saying, if you don't have a racket, it's no problem. If you have a racket, but you don't have a ball, no problem. I've been using frying pans. I've been using balloons, anything that I can find around my house to show people in their own communities, in their own spaces, that you can do this. And all of our classes can be found on netgeneration.com/live. And we even have a holiday special and a 2020 countdown coming up. So stay tuned for more information there.
Yeah, speaking of the holidays, a racket seems like a pretty good gift this year. Do you have any favorites in particular, or do you think, whatever works best for you as an individual?
No favorites here, but I think that tennis is the greatest gift that you can give this holiday. Playing tennis not only works on your health, but it helps your mind. And I think we all could use a little bit of a break right now. And so anybody thinking about that gift, you can go out to your local mass retail store. You can go online and find a racket that suits you. And there's youth size rackets, there's adult size rackets, and all information. If you need some support buying a racket, you can find that at USTA.com.
So Leah, you're hanging out in Florida right now, but you have Pennsylvania roots. You played at the University of Pittsburgh. Indulge me for a moment here. What are some of your favorite memories from your tennis career?
DJ, what a question to ask. I mean, this is going down memory lane. One, I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh, so playing for my hometown, especially a town like Pittsburgh where there's so much pride. I'm really honored to represent Pittsburgh and the University of Pittsburgh. But to me, being on a team, working together to accomplish a goal is really important. And it was a lesson that I learned in my early days of tennis. And it's something now that we've integrated into our programs. And so something that I always tell the kids is I didn't learn the best sportsmanship. I didn't show the best sportsmanship when I was playing college. But now I've learned how important that is. And so through our virtual programs, we have a word of the day. And I always draw back on the memories that I've learned from Pitt, but really playing with my family. And, you mentioned that you're playing with your wife, but the reason I'm in the sport is because of my dad, and playing together with my dad growing up and now being able to share those memories with our entire country, with the community, is something really special. And all of that is from my childhood, from playing at Pitt to where we are today.
That's really awesome to hear. And you mentioned the fact that, we're talking about people of all ages, but especially young people at this point. You get to mold these young boys and girls. what does it mean to you to have an impact on the next generation of American tennis players?
Thanks, DJ. I mean, again, that question is so important to me. And through Net Generation, we're actually able to connect our young players to our up and coming American players. And I shouldn't even say up and coming. I mean, they're getting to hear from Jen Brady, US Open semifinalist. She's my neighbor here in Orlando, Florida. She's a rock star. She's an inspiration to the next generation. They're hearing from Madison Keys, Sloane Stevens, the Bryan brothers. It's been really incredible to provide this platform for kids to understand. And I don't even want to just say kids, I mean families, to hear from our American greatest players. You know, what you do on the court translates to off the court. And again, I'm using on the court vastly now. I mean, on the court could be your driveway, it could be your bedroom, and then an actual tennis court. But there's so many lessons that you can learn through tennis that take you from 5 to 95.
Well, Leah, thank you so much for all your leadership and your work. Really nice to meet you. Have a great holiday, and we'll talk to you down the road, all right?
DJ, thanks so much. I wish you and your family and everyone watching a safe and healthy holiday.